Hello everyone, Mr. Lipchick. Today our topic is thinking and problem solving. There are different elements of human thought. Thinking is defined as the mental management of information. There are several components to human thought. For instance, there is the concept. This is a mental category that groups activities, objects, things, and relations together so that people can understand the world around them and make decisions. When deciding if something belongs to a specific concept, the mind compares it to a prototype. A prototype is a representative example of a concept. Concepts are the building blocks of thought. Mental images are also important elements of thought. A mental image is a mental construct that resembles the thing or things that it represents. Visual images are important as well as other sensory representations such as hearing, touch, smell, taste, or pain. Convergent thinking. Convergent thinking most often occurs in the classroom setting. Convergent thinking is defined as when a person collects facts and evidence from various sources and uses it to solve a specific problem. For example, 2 plus 2 equals 4. The key to convergent thinking is to remember that for the many facts, there is one right answer. The answer is predetermined. Divergent thinking. Divergent thinking occurs when a person is given information to solve a problem, but there can be more than one answer. This allows for problem solving in non-traditional ways. It can be a creative process as it is rich in imagery and feelings. Daydreams and fantasies involve divergent thinking. Metacognition. Metacognition is simply thinking about thinking. It occurs when you are given a problem and think about ways to solve it. Two main components to metacognition are: number one, reflection, one's awareness of knowledge and thinking about what is already known. And two, self-regulation, managing how one will go about learning. Reasoning. Reasoning is defined as using knowledge that you already have to draw conclusions about other things you are trying to learn or figure out. Reasoning can be divided into three categories: deductive reasoning, indicative reasoning, and abductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning is reasoning where specific conclusions are drawn from general statements or premises. If the premise is true, the conclusion must be true. For example, all humans are mortal. Joe is human. Therefore, Joe is mortal. Inductive reasoning. Sorry, I mispronounced it back there. I had a misspelling. Inductive reasoning is a form of reasoning where specific examples are given that support a general conclusion. The more examples given, the stronger the conclusion. However, just because the examples are true, this doesn't mean the conclusion is true. Here's an inductive reasoning example. Ray ate chicken fried rice at the Peking Dragon on Friday, and it was excellent. Ray ate chicken fried rice at the Peking Dragon every day last week, and it was excellent. Conclusion: the chicken fried rice at the Peking Dragon is always excellent. Abductive reasoning. Abductive reasoning is when people draw conclusions from things that they observe. These conclusions are often generally correct in most scenarios, such as rain causing wet grass. They are characterized, however, by incomplete observations. And one cannot assume that one thing causes the other. That is, correlation does not equal causation. These are, quick decisions made about causation based on our sensory input. Problem solving, the Gestalt theory. Problem solving is the process of applying current knowledge to an unfamiliar scenario in order to obtain a conclusion. Gestalt theory holds that people perceive objects as whole rather than a collection of parts. The Gestalt is the word meaning of the word Gestalt is the whole. Problem solving with the Gestalt theory, an individual's perception of stimuli affects his or her response. Individuals group stimuli in their own perception in predictable ways. When an individual encounters stimuli, he or she tries to make sense of it. For example, pattern recognition. If a pattern is encountered, such as an incomplete symbol, we recognize it as the symbol to which we are familiar. We use the law of closure to close the pattern and complete the symbol. Gestalt theory also applies to pattern recognition, Gestalt theory also applies pattern recognition to sets of data. Gestalt theory suggests that problem solving draws on previous experiences or the restructuring of the problem. Creativity. A mental set is when a particular strategy becomes a habit. We all have mental sets that we develop to get through life, like tying our shoes, things like that we do without much thought. A mental set can become an obstacle to problem solving, however. Creativity helps when this happens by allowing a person to use information in a new way that results in a way that the results are new, original, and meaningful. All problem solving requires some degree of creativity. Psychologists do not know why some people are able to think more creatively than others. The characteristics of creative thinking have been identified, however, and have been shown to require flexibility and the ability to recombine elements to achieve insight. That concludes our discussion of thinking and problem solving. I appreciate your attendance, and I look forward to seeing you in the live lesson. Have a great day.